Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Monday, March 21st. This is a first look video or a slate starter video, however we want to call it. I just need to make sure that I get it out there, that we all understand what type of video this is. We're 20 hours before lock, and I make these videos early enough so that the people that's working overnight have time to listen to the video. The people that listen to the video on their way to work, people that listen to the video on their lunch break, people that listen to the video on their way home. Like, there's people that listen to this video at different times, and they let me know that. So I make this video at a certain time so that I can help. I can help everyone. I try to help as many people as I can. The reason I'm expressing this is that I had somebody once again say something stupid in the comments, and I just have to make sure we're all on the same page. I know this is YouTube. I know this is the internet, and people are going to be clowns, and that's fine. That person was absolutely future endeavored, so they will never see this video, this channel again. And that's just how it has to be, because I explain everything in detail when I make these videos, because we're all adults, we're all grown, we're all spending real life money to bet on contests, and I take this very seriously. So I'm changing the wording of the videos to a first look video, because when I say NBA picks, there's people that are not as smart as everyone else, and they screenshot my picks and try to use them 20 hours later in the same format without switching them around, without using any type of brain power, and they end up failing. So then they say my picks are shit. My picks are not shit. There's people that tell me every day they watch my video, they won money. I got Patreon that signed up today, and as of now, we still have like the San Antonio and the Philly game going. We're all cashing. So my picks are not shit. Now, let's get this straight. This is DFS. You don't win every night. We all know that. Nobody wins every night. And sometimes you get things like what happened to Sabonis today. You get them giving up in Denver when Malone starts the second unit coming out of halftime. This is NBA. NBA DFS is a shit show, and we all know that. But you gather as much intel as you can. You watch as many games as you can. Try to make the best decisions as you can, making your teams. And with a little luck, you sometimes you cash, and that's how this goes. You know what I'm saying? So, I need everybody to understand this is a first look video. The video was out early, so everybody gets a chance to watch it throughout the day. People, ask questions. Hey, may you help me? Blah blah blah. No problem. But don't screenshot my picks from 11 p.m. the night before. Use it in your contest without any of your own brain power, and then get mad at me, because all you're gonna do is get yourself future endeavored. And if you're new here and you don't know what future endeavored means, that means that when you say unwarranted trolly shit in my chat, I'll future endeavor you, and that means thank you for your service, thank you for watching, but you're no longer be welcome here, because this is a positive space. I keep saying that. I mean it. It's a positive space here. I only want people that want to learn and want to win. You know what I'm saying? Want to learn, want to win, winning mentality, positive mentality. That's what this space is. Anything else will be declined. But let's get on with our show. We got a 9-gamer, it looks like. We're going to start with point guard, as usual. Luka Magic I'll tell you this right now. This game, Minnesota-Dallas, is going to be a high-scoring game. Lucas 12K, he's absolutely fine. Harden's $2,000 cheaper, but he has Embiid with him. He's fine. He looked like he's doing all right now. Last I checked the scoreboard for the Philly game, Harden was doing all right. SGA is questionable. I do not like this matchup against Boston. OKC was the chalk tonight because the starting lineup was, you could play the whole. Listen, some contests I played four OKC guys. Some contests I played 3 because they were optimal. You know what I'm saying? It's optimal to get 2-3 guys from the team. You know, about 5K or cheaper, depending on what site it was, and it worked out except for Baisley. Baisley was the only one that was a little bit depressing, but Roby worked out. Trey Man worked out. So they were optimal tonight. If you try that against Boston, it's not going to work out that same way. OKC will not do what they did to Orlando as far as fantasy point wise. They will not do that in Boston. Boston don't play that. Bobby Williams don't play that. Al Horford don't play that. Tatum don't play that. Brown don't play that. Marcus Smart definitely don't play that. So if you're looking to use chalk from OKC, or value I should say, tomorrow, I play 1 or 2 guys. I'm not messing with Boston like that. They've been higher than 7 in defensive rating since All-Star. So be careful. Darius Garland is 9,300 against LA. What more can I say? You already know what to do. And if you're new here, what we do here is we target LA. They're the worst. I'm not looking at this. We're looking at like real life stats. Real life, you know, you go to ESPN, you pull the stats, it's going to tell you LA is the worst team in the league defensively. They allow the most points by the other team in the league. That's on paper, and that's what you see with your own eyes. So you target LA, period. Clippers. McCollum, Pelicans in play, 92. LaMelo, 88. He's fine. I like the matchup. Rozier, same. Like the matchup. Anthony Simon is making his triumphant return. If he's healthy, playing 79. Russell in play. Russell is matchup proof, so don't be worried about Dallas's defensive rating. I'd be more worried about who's gonna step up this game. Minnesota got better. I've been telling you Minnesota is getting better. I told you what's gonna happen with Minnesota. Minnesota is a good team. I don't care about their standings. I'm telling you, they're growing as we speak. Karl Anthony Towns, Vanderbilt, Edwards, Beverly, Russell. You got 3 guys that could get any shot they want. You got 2 guys that don't care to shoot. They just want to play defense. Vanderbilt just want to grab rebounds. Beverly just want to piss off the other team. Edwards thinks he's the next coming to Michael Jordan. Russell just wants to shoot and score buckets. And Cat is the leader. And then they have some guys off the bench that could put the ball in the bucket. So Minnesota's no slouch. Pay attention. Heroes in play. Brunson's in play. Clarkson's in play. Wait, actually, if Conley's out, so yes. Clarkson's in play, but be very careful that NAW is not getting minutes. So consider that when picking up Jordan Clarkson. Brandon Williams, I Obviously, if Simon starts, then Brandon Williams is a non-factor at 6,600. Dinwiddie, pick one of him or Brunson. But Dinwiddie's been playing well in Dallas. He just had a bad shooting night, but he's putting up the fantasy points. Dinwiddie's in play. Dinwiddie's found somewhere where he thrived in Brooklyn. He looked crazy in Washington, and he's thriving in Dallas. So you get into old Dinwiddie now for 6,500 playing. Porter's in play. If Graham is healthy and starts, I guess last man in. He's a little bit overpriced. Marcus Smart's in play. Lowry's in play at 6,300, even though he's not high on the list. Maxey is in play. Levert's in play if he's not on a minutes limit. Malik Monk. You know what I keep saying about Malik Monk? I want to play him, but I can't because of Westbrook. He's not in play. Not for me. Jalen Green's in play. Washington allows a lot of points. He's inconsistent, but he's in play. Trey Mann, if there's no SGA, you can play him. He's never let me down yet. They're in Brooklyn. Dragic is starting, play him. If they start NAW, you can play him. $33 minutes. 5 of 12. He's getting the minutes. He's getting the shots. That's all you're looking for. His price is coming up though. He was doing that at 3,100, almost near minimum. Now he's 5K. So you got to say to yourself, is he really going to be value? So you got to do the math on that. I know when it's coming down to lock and you're making your lineups, you're not thinking about math. You're just thinking about filling in the spots, especially when all the news starts coming out one after the other, and then you're just trying to scramble and get players in position. Yeah, I understand. That's why it's good to take a minute, look over your slate. Just look at the rock, see who's available. That way, if you need a pivot, you already have somebody to back your head. Like, you can't not think about DFS all day long, then wait till 20 minutes before lock and make a lineup. You're going to lose. You don't have to make your lineup early, but at least look it over. At least tell yourself, all right, I got Dragic is value. I got NAW is value. Like, know what's going on. That way, when there's pivots, you don't have to scramble. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just a little tip. I know some people don't have the time for all that, but it's just a little tip. You know what I'm saying? Beverly's in play. White's in play, believe it or not. And Caruso, if he starts at 41, Caruso can give you 4 or 5 steals and, almost at value. So he's in play. Ish Smith, I don't think he was good the other day. 26 minutes, 19 fantasy points, 4,000. He needed 20 fantasy points. He needed 22 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. So he was a little bit disappointing, but it wasn't the end of the world at 4K. That's why he's a value play. I think that's it. I'm not going to dig any deeper. We already have value that we know could be available. There's no need to go any lower. Donovan Mitchell's in play. Cunningham's in play. Josh Hart's in play at 8K. If Simons is playing, I'd probably lay off the Josh Hart on DraftKings for 8K. Just saying. Brown's in play. Levine is playing, so I'd only play out of that bunch for Chicago, the guards. I'd only play Caruso. No one else. That's with Levine playing. Edwards is in play. Trent Jr.'s in play. Pretty sure you can hear the wind, so just forgive me for that, because I know there's going to be some people, might upset them that they hear wind in the video. Seth Curry is in play with no Kyrie. Caldwell Pope is in play. Trey Man, we spoke about Trey Man. That's about it. Nobody else pops up to me or stands out. So let's continue. Durant's in play. Tatum's in play. Tatum looks like he did well tonight. I made a conscious decision to fade Jokic and play Tatum. It looks like it worked out so far. I got to double check though, but last I checked, it looked like Jokic was going crazy. And that's all. If you fade Jokic, you just want him not to be going crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're looking for. No 30 points, 17 rebounds, 17 assists, 3. That's what you're trying to avoid. You got to know what you're doing. When you fade certain people, you got to know what to expect or what to look for. Tatum's in play. Butler's in play. Barnes is in play. He's priced up, but he's worth it. Brandon Ingram if he plays. Bridges is in play. Levine's in play, if I didn't say that already. Sadiq Bey, Mr. 51. He's absolutely in play. He is priced up though. But he's alright. No Herbert Jones for me, especially if Ingram is back. No Bruce Brown for me. Markin is in play. You very rarely hear me say that. He's absolutely in play. Winslow's in play. If Povacheski plays, if he starts, he's in play. If he starts. Aaron Wiggins failed me tonight, but he failed us tonight, but it looks like we're still cashing. I don't know anything under Aaron Wiggins. I stay away from. LeBron James, what I've been telling you. If you're a regular here, I'm telling you, stick to LeBron James because he's gonna keep scoring, and that's what he's been doing. LeBron is a lock. If LeBron is playing, he's a lock because he has a goal in mind, and they clearly can't stop him. He's the only offensive player on the team, and he still does whatever he wants. He's taking a lot of shots, but that's what when you're trying to score, you got to take a lot of shots. So Bron's absolutely in play. Siakam's in play, but be careful with Toronto. If you're new here, the thing here with Toronto is that play 2 out of the 4. If you play all 4 of Siakam, Trent, Barnes, and Van Fleet, all 4 of them can't go off. There's only one ball. So just pick 2 that you think will go off for that slate and stop there. If you play 3 or 4, somebody's gonna let you down. It's game over. DeRozan's in play. Mobley's absolutely in play. Porzingis is in play. Watford's a little pricey. 7 and 13, 8 rebounds. If you're playing a lot of lineups, you can play him in 1. I'm not going to completely fade him. Tobias Harris is a fade for me. Love is in play. Absolutely. They're gonna let Love take as many threes as he likes. Bagley's in play. I'm not really on Sengun right now. Sometimes I double check to see if there's something that I'm missing. If he starts, you could take a shot on him, but if he doesn't start, Baisley was not that great today. I play him in. You play in a few lineups, you can play him in one. Horford's in play. Hayes is in play. PJ Washington's in play. Vanderbilt's in play. Roby, man, he actually did well tonight. You're playing multiple lineups, you can play him in one. Not the end of the world. I mean, if they only have like 9 bodies, 8, 9 bodies, you could play these guys. They're going to play a lot of minutes. No Kleber for me. I think that's about it down here. Unless one of these guys start, I'm good. I liked Wenyen Gabriel from the Lakers, but they're not giving him minutes, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. Embiid, Cat, Valanciunas, Wood in play. Bam, Vooch, Gobert in play. Bobby Williams in play. Eubanks with CJ McCollum be a little bit better? Probably. You got to understand things. With these centers, especially these centers that are inexperienced and not the top centers in the league, like Embiid and Cat, these guys need point guards to or they need their guards to create for them. So I don't want to necessarily fade Eubanks because McCollum and Ingram might be back. Ingram and McCollum might be able to get him easy looks. You got to look at it like that too. So Eubanks is in play. Drummond, would love to play Drummond. Steve Nash just doesn't play this guy minutes. You're playing 10 lineups, play him in one. He's a 10%er. 5%er, to be honest with you. And that's about it. Nothing else done here. So, what have we learned so far today? Lock in Braun. I like Garland. I like Mobley. I wonder why. I like Markkanen. I wonder why. Well, you're not going to be able to play all of them together, but this is what I like. Trey Man. If there's no SGA. Garland. Trey Man. Markkanen. LeBron James. Mobley. If there's no SGA, I will have all 5 of these guys spread out in different lineups. I would try to have some type of correlation with James and somebody from Cleveland. Maybe James and Love, James and Mobley, James and Garland. So that's the route I'm going, and then we'll stick in value. We'll find value from whatever goes on through the day. So once again, let me repeat: this is not the lineup with $3,200 left. When you try this, this is not the lineup. I know I keep saying it, but people keep not listening to the video, scrolling to the lineup, trying to use it, and then getting mad at me when I'm explaining everything in English. And that kind of pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help, and people are not watching the video, screenshotting, and then getting mad at me. Like, that's retarded. So these are 5 people that I like for this slate. I like Cleveland's matchup, and I like their pricing. I like LeBron James because he's on a mission to score as many points as possible. And Markkanen is value and a good matchup. And Trey Man is going to be value if SGA, if he starts. I'll just say it like that. So that everything is explained. So let's jump to FanDuel. Okay. If you're new here, welcome. This is what we do. I'm trying to break this slate down in detail because I know there's a lot of new viewers here, and some people aren't as advanced in DFS as others, and some people need it. So I'm trying to break this down for everyone. If you're new here, welcome. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, so you know when I drop the video. Thumbs up the video. That helps YouTube circulate the video. I know you guys have been doing it, and I appreciate you guys. For you guys that are new, I do also a Patreon. Link is in the description. It does renew every month, beginning of every month. However, I do offer a day pass and a week pass. And basically, if you're having trouble making lineups that cash, then and you're having trouble, you don't have the time to do research, or you don't have the time to wait for news or starting lineups and all that stuff, then basically I do all the heavy lifting. I do all the research, watch the games, wait for the news, wait for starting lineups as much as I can. Then I send out the lineups right before lock. Pretty much what I had to do today, because news was dropping like 10 minutes before lock, and I had to I had to fix lineups for 4 sites in 10 minutes. So it does get a little bit crazy. So if that's something that you need help with, you could check the Patreon in the description, or you could DM me on Twitter and we'll figure you out. Let's roll through FanDuel real quick. Luka at 10-6 is fine. SGA at 10-1. Garland 88 looks great. Melo looks great. Mitchell looks great. I'm not sold on Westbrook, especially against Cleveland. Rozier looks good. Kate Cunningham looks great. Van Fleet is out. I didn't notice that in DraftKings, so that means that Gary Trent is in play, or Scotty Barnes, either one. No Brandon Williams if Simons is starting. Marcus Smart's in play. Porter, Russell in play. Jalen Green in play. Seth Curry's a little pricey. He's still in play. Simons right here. If he starts, he plays. Or he's in play. Dinwiddie's in play. Clarkson's in play. Trey Mann's in play. Brunson, Dragic, Maxey, Beverly in play. Everyone else, I only like Caruso so far. If something else opens up later, then it opens up. But right now, I'll stick to those guys. Harden, McCollum, DeRozan. Hart is a little pricey, but he's in play. Hero, Anthony Edwards looks great. Jaylen Brown looks good. He looks okay. Smart. No Bruce Brown for me. Too pricey. Russell looks good. LeVert, if he's not on a minutes limit, is a lot. He's going to smash the Lakers. No Kelly Oubre. His minutes haven't been that great. 47 for Ish Smith. I think I'll pass on that. Finney Smith at 44 is alright. And even Isaac Okoro might have a great game against LA. Okoro's in play. He's going to play a lot of minutes. He's an awful fantasy player, but he's going to get a lot of minutes against the worst team in the league, the worst defensive team in the league. That has to count for something. LeBron looks great. Durant looks good. Tatum looks amazing. Scotty Barnes looks good at 85 and no Van Fleet. Bridges, Sadiq Bey. Porter, I said that already. Baisley, KCP, Markkanen, in play. NAW starts, you can take a shot on him. 10%. 10% of your lineups. If Jetty starts, you can probably play him. That's how bad the Lakers are. That's about it down there. Siakam, Bam, Christian Wood, Mobley, Kristaps in play. Kuz, if he plays, he's in play. Watford at 62 is okay. Pokuševski, if he starts only, I like him. Bobby Williams at 6K. This is an amazing spot for him, and because he had a 12-point fantasy game, his price came down. Bobby Williams is a lot on FanDuel. Bagley's in play. Kevin Love's in play. PJ Washington's in play. And at center, Embiid, Cat, Gobert, Valanciunas. Vooch is too cheap. I don't even care what he did before. He's too cheap. Drummond, 5% of your lineups. Bagley, I said that already. You want to take a shot at Drew Eubanks? I want to do it. You know why? Because it's not on FanDuel. There's too many other good players around his price range. Horford, Love, all these guys are better than him. And I think Roby is in play at 4,100, even though that may not be, it's not a good matchup, but you want to play him at 5% of your lineups, have at it. We're doing Vooch. We're doing, man, DeRozan. Yeah, DeRozan's going to have a axe to grind in Toronto. I like that. Mitchell and Garland are great plays. Levine at 76 looks a little wild to me. I can still throw on Garland or Mitchell. They're going to need Mitchell. What I do, we do this. Watch what I'm about to do. We can do something like this. You do Garland. You do a lineup with Garland and LeBron, right? Correlation. And then you do another lineup with Durant and Mitchell. See what's happening here? Correlation. That way you get a nice tight close game between Brooklyn and Utah. Obviously you're gonna have Durant scoring and Mitchell, you know how Mitchell is, him coming back at him. Right? Toronto's a good team now. You got Toronto going off. You wanna put Siakam here or somebody like that, you can. And then you run it back with DeRozan or Levine, or you do Levine and Barnes. Like, there's so many different ways to attack these slates that, you just gotta sometimes just, think outside the box. But listen, this video went a little bit too long. I know we have new viewers, so I wanted to be a little bit thorough for them today. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a profitable night. And I think that's about it. I'll be back in a few with the Yahoo video. And I'll see you guys later. Ciao.